What is up? Christian Storm with Would You Run? End Times Bible Channel. Beep, boop. Hey, would it shock any of you that there are still people that don't actually know what the prosperity gospel is? It doesn't shock me, only because some people don't know the ins and outs of what it teaches. If you have been told that you're supposed to be happy, healthy, and wealthy, and that we're promised that on earth, then that is the prosperity gospel. Ding! That's the very definition of the prosperity gospel. Or sowing a seed out of your need. I go into that a little later in this video. So much about money, so much about money. Oh my goodness, everything is about money, and the only ones that are living high on the hog, as that slang term is the pastors that are teaching it. That's what happened to me when I was at a Word of Faith church. The only ones that were living high and mighty were the pastors of that church, who were Brian Ayala, who are pastors of Xtreme Harvest Church in San Antonio. I suggest you run from them. But listen, we're going to go into some of the viral video that has been going around with Ashton Parsley, who is the daughter of Rod Parsley, and Rod Parsley, of course, gets his big mouth. I'm sorry, he really does have a big mouth. Got his big mouth into this video while he's yelling after his daughter says a lot of berating and nasty comments to the church and the people that are watching his program also, or his service. And so he's yelling at pretty much everybody who's not giving him money. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about more about those who are tied to Parsley. And I want to go into this because apples don't fall far from the tree. Stay with me, and stay with me for this one. And it's a doozy.
Some of you came and you ate and you left your dung, and you've done nothing to reinvest in the vision. You're a reprobate.
You better talk to those preachers out there.
The Bible calls you a reprobate.
Prophesy, prophet.
That's not prophecy, guys. Not at all.
That means you've been turned over. When you're disobedient to what God tells you to do, especially in the realm of finances, you reap a curse upon yourself. And for those of you that have been a part of this ministry, I'm just going to talk prophetically here. You've been a part of this ministry. You've watched your family get saved. You've watched your family be healed. You've received personal miracles in your own body, in your family, and your finances. And you've left this place because you've gotten your feelings. You got your feelings hurt. If I left this place every time I got my feelings hurt, honey, I would have left when I was 3 years old. Grow up. Grow up. You're immature. You're immature, and you're a reprobate. And you sow discord and dissension and then expect to reap the blessing of God. Everybody's loyal to leadership till they tell you something you don't want to hear. You get in your feelings. Reproof is not a reproach to the righteous. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to quote my pastor.
Everybody write it down. PRP quote. Wait. PRP quote. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Record it. Do whatever you need to do. And get out y'all's feelings. Your feelings will take you to hell. Shout, I'm coming out of my feelings.
I'm coming out of my feelings.
It's about my feelings. It's about the word.
No, it's not. It's always about money with these Word of Faith pastors. And this isn't the first time that Rod Parsley has berated and gone after. He was yelling about pastors. Well, this one he's yelling at his staff.
In the right place for the camera shots.
Yes, sir.
Could we wake up?
Yes, sir.
And you people want to go to Israel and do a shoot? You can't do one on the property. Why do I bring the volunteers out here to do your own stuff? My granddad died last Saturday. Don't you lift your voice to me. Go home. You want to go home? Yes or no? Okay. We didn't know about this until this morning. And they only told us to do this part over here. We weren't the all either. Oh no, we've been using one man all week to learn a power.
Okay, so what do we know what entrance that we're talking about to block it off?
Yeah, you did your job.
Is this the entrance he's saying block off?
You don't know nothing.
Okay, and you know what else I find very interesting? There must be attached to, and when I say attached, I'm thinking sister churches. And when I say sister churches, this is what I mean. Churches that are linked to Parsley. They're underneath Parsley in a sense, which was Xtreme Harvest Church, also Extreme Impact Church when I went to the church 16 plus years ago. This is what I find interesting, and you can't find what they're doing biblical anywhere. Screaming about your finances, lecturing you, berating you, making you feel just terrible that you haven't given enough or your giving's terrible. Now, over the past few months, I've talked to some brothers in the Lord who also have a YouTube channel, and I asked them if they happen to have this video that I'm about to show you, and I hadn't heard back from them, but what I'm gonna do is actually show video from their video, little snippets of it, so you guys can understand exactly what I'm saying. Brian Ayala, he is a quote-unquote demon slayer. He is into all kinds of false doctrine, including believing that Christians can be demon-possessed. He backs up Jenny Weaver. He backs up all of these people he rubs elbows with. Vlad Savchuk, Greg Locke, Daniel Adams. There's pictures of them on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. And he's ingrained and completely since the very beginning shortly after the very beginning of him starting his church, Brian Ayala was very much Parsley. I told you guys in one of my other videos that he took Parsley's sermons, he wrote them down. My mom was cleaning the church and she was the one that found them in his pulpit. And I mean, there were many times that we caught him doing Rod Parsley sermons by TBN, showing these sermons, and we had just watched it, and then he would do the exact same thing. And so and other people in the church actually have come up to me and telling me the same thing. So it's not just me, it's other people also at the church at the time. But anyway, pastors are not supposed to behave the way this is just because money is not coming in the way you'd like it. Has anybody ever heard of something called the economy? Like, we are in a very rough patch, all of us. I mean, groceries don't cost what they do. Auto insurance has gone up. I mean, you can't buy what you used to on $50 and walk out with these wads of grocery bags. Just, you can't do that anymore. It hardly it hardly buys you anything anymore. The cost of living has increased. So, of course, people can't give as they want to. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, and I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Tithing was part of the old covenant for Israel. It was not for us, guys. And pastors today, especially Word of Faith pastors, keep going to Malachi. It was for Israel. We are under a new covenant, and nowhere in the Bible does it say in the new covenant, which is the New Testament, that we are supposed to give a 10% of tithing, an offering. You can. Scripture very clearly talks about giving cheerfully, not out of what? not out of necessity, which means not out of your need. You guys ever heard that? Sow a seed for your need. I've talked about it before. Yeah, this is all unbiblical, guys. Yes, you can give an offering, but when churches are word of faith like this, I encourage you, if you're at, by the way, a church that is linked with Rod Parsley, it's a word of faith church. I encourage you to get out and go find another church. But these clips that I am using from the brothers in the Lord, I want you guys to watch this and tell me, is this biblical, exactly what he's doing? Because I submit to you, it is clearly not.
We have over 600 people every Sunday coming in. And when it comes time for giving, it has been terrible. We have over 600 people every Sunday coming in. And when it comes time for giving, it has been terrible.
Some of you came and you ate and you left your dung, and you've done nothing to reinvest in the vision. You're a reprobate.
You better talk to those preachers out there.
The Bible calls you a reprobate.
Prophesy, prophet.
Guys, thanks so much for hanging with me on this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, in the near future, I'm going to be working on why I see similarities, basically, between the Word of Faith doctrine and cults. You're going to find that a lot of the stuff that happened and is happening still, which is why I wanted to do this video first, it is the same as cults. This blind allegiance, don't question the pastor. There's quite a bit of stuff. So guys, don't forget to hang in there, and it'll be coming hopefully very soon. But God bless you. Speak the truth. Keep the faith. And I will see you in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.